सारी दुनिया साथ मेरा नहीं देगी, कौन है फिर मेरी मंजिल का हम सफर।
मैं हूँ डैडी।
आज लगे कितना हसी अपना जहां अपना समा, अकेले हम अकेले तुम, जो हम तुम संग है तो फिर क्या गम। तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान,
I love you daddy।
तू मासूम तू शैतान,
But you love me daddy।
तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान,
I love you daddy।
तू मासूम तू शैतान,
But you love me daddy। But you love me daddy।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा लेना। भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
संभव है झंझटों में मैं तुमको भूल जाऊं, प्रभु जी संभव है झंझटों में मैं तुमको भूल जाऊं, पर नाथ कहीं तुम भी मुझको न भुला देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
दल बल के साथ माया घेरे मुझे जो आकर, शिव जी दल बल के साथ माया घेरे मुझे मुझे जो आकर, तब देखते ना रहना, झट आके चुरा देना।
भगवान मेरे नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
तुम इष्ट मैं उपासक, तुम पूज्य मैं पुजारी। शिव जी तुम इष्ट मैं उपासक, तुम पूज्य मैं पुजारी। यदि सत्य है तो स्वामी, सच करके दिखा देना।
भगवान मेरे नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
भगवान मेरी नैया उस पार लगा देना, अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना।
आगे भी निभा देना, आगे भी निभा देना।
आज अंधेरे में हैं हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, चाँद का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे भगवन, राह दिखा दे।
भटक रहे हम राह दिखा दे, भगवन राह दिखा दे।
कदम कदम पर किरण बिछा दे भगवन, किरण बिछा दे।
कदम कदम पर किरण बिछा दे, भगवन किरण बिछा दे।
इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे,
इन अखियन को प्रभु करा दे।
ज्योति से पहचान,
ज्योति से पहचान।
आज अंधेरे में हैं हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान। हम तो हैं संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संतान तिहारी।
हम तो हैं संतान तिहारी, प्रभु संसार तिहारी।
तेरी दया के हम अधिकारी, प्रभु हैं हम अधिकारी।
तेरी दया
सुखी हमारी,
दुनिया होवे सुखी हमारी,
ऐसा दे वरदान,
ऐसा दे वरदान।
आज अंधेरे में है हम इंसान, ज्ञान का सूरज चमका दे भगवान।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We were waiting to go live stream and we sat up for people who are not here this morning, and all people living on the outside world, which is like out of state. So we are about to start this morning proceedings of my brother Vijai Billy Baran. We have live screen, so people who might be in the sun and in the road, we can go down straight down. It has some space through the entrance, through the left entrance to the building, and we have some space, and we have a big screen at the back, please, for who might get to see. You can take a walk down to the back and see. Thank you.
Om Hari Om Tat Sat Pretatma Shanti Ram Nam Satya Hai. As we have all, Jai Sitaram to all, as we have all come together on the sad occasion of the passing of Mr. Baran, let us all stand as we join together in turning our focus to that Supreme Lord of the universe, because when the soul has departed the body, that becomes the new focus in the journey of existence. All the material pursuits and all these things have come to an end, even the association and all these things. And now we focus the mind on the Supreme Lord of the universe, and we seek what is the true goal of life, the attainment of moksha or liberation. This is the main thing that we pray for. The return of that soul into oneness with Bhagwan. That is called moksha. And of course it's the result of the life that we have lived, the culmination of our karmas and so on. So with that thought in mind, let us all join together in that single united prayer. We meditate, we focus in the mind on Vishnu Bhagwan, right? So as the Paramatma, or the Supreme Soul of the universe, seeking His mercy, His compassion, and His protection of that departed soul. So let us join together in prayer first and foremost. Hari Om Vishnu in your mind, right? Hari Om. Om Apavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yah Smarita Pundarikaksham Sabahya Bhyantaraha Shuchihi. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunavanti Divyaistavayr Vedahi Sangha Parakramo Panishadair Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidu Surasuragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. The main prayer that we say, Anadina Dano Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. We are asking that very same Supreme Lord, the one who is without beginning and end, the one who exists outside the control of the material universe, or both inside and outside of the material universe, the ocean of mercy and compassion, the one who is the ultimate being, the Paramatma, or the Supreme Soul, please, if at all possible, grant to this departed soul of our loved one what is that very same result which is called moksha or liberation, the attainment of oneness with yourself, which is the ultimate bliss. Om Anadi Nidano Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Om Hiranyagarbha Purushaha Vyakta Vyakta Swarupinaha Asya Pretasya Mokshardam Suprito Bhava Sarvada. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Pretatma Shanti Ram Nam Satya Hai. A little bit offer the floor down board. Everyone can take back your seats for now. Yeah, offer the floor and touch for it. So the first thing that we take before beginning any of the rites and rituals is the Sankalp, which is described as the promise to fulfill all aspects of the ritual. In this case, the ritual that you are about to begin is called the Antheshti Sanskaar, the final rites in the life described in the life of a Hindu, which unfortunately comes after the soul has departed the body, so which is for which the responsibility falls onto the usually the sons, the ones holding the responsibility, who are carrying on your lineage into the future. And the promise does not only speak to that part that is being done today. This is a minimal part of the service. This is mostly about returning the body to the elements of the earth through the medium of the fire. And then the rest of the rites would begin, which include the offering of the pindas for the 10 days, the dasgatra or the shaving ceremony. Then there is the first bandara on the 12th or 13th day. Then you have monthly pindas, which are considered to coincide with the journey that the soul takes in the afterlife, culminating in the 1-year bandara. So when we say Antheshti Sanskaar, this is the entire ritual we are speaking of, that which begins today but finishes with the 1-year bandara. So this is what you're making that promise to perform, and that promise is also made to Lord Vishnu. So you're taking his name and it is made with date, time and location and identification of yourself and all these things. So with the date and time aspect, I will take that on your behalf from the Hindu calendar. So while I'm doing that, Om Vishnu in your mind. Om Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Vishnur Adya Sri Brahmanohni Dvitiye Parardhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaiva Swatman Vantare Ashtavimshati Tame Kali Yuge Kali Pratam Charne Punyakshetre Baudavatare Vartamane Trinidad Deshe Canton Street Sangre Grande Grame Shri Kala Yukta Samvatsare Dakshinayane Shravan Mase Shukla Pakshe Purnima Tithau Shesheshu Graheshu Yata Yata Rashistansiteshu Satsu. Take now your name in your mind as you are the one performing the ritual. Amukha Gotra Mukhanam Yajmanasya. Take your father name now in your mind. Amukha Gotrasya Mukhanam Amukha Pretasya. And if you could say this with me or after me, this is the description of the ritual. Antheshti Karam Aham Karishye. Right, touch that to your forehead, place it down here and say Sri Krishna Arpan. We symbolically sprinkle a little bit of water for purification to remove all negativities and so on. Just sprinkle about 3 times. Om. Take your father name in your mind, the Rasi name, right? Which one was the Rasi name, Billy or Vijay? Vijay. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijai Baran Pretasya Mritistane Shavanimitam Snanam Maya Diyate Tava Upatishtatam. Take the Chandra, you could come from here now. You're taking this finger, yeah, and you're touching, you're coming downward, right? Om, and you could touch by the 2 ears, below by the chin here, and the 2 hands. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijay Baran Pretasya Mritistane Shavanimitam. If you could reach the 2 hands, you could touch it. Gandham Maya Diyate Tava Upatishtatam. Just here. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijay Baran Pretasya Mritistane Shavanimitam Gandham Maya Diyate Tava Upatishtatam. Which is the malas. Take 2 malas, boost them. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Listen like it loose. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijai Baran Pritasya Mritistane Shavanimitam Pushpamala Mayadiyati Tava Upatishtatam. I think this might come. Have a failure, right? Om Anadina Dano Deva Shanka Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava.
Check 1, 2.
All right. So yes. So as you take the light and you start performing arti, you even keeping the body on your right, walking around in a clockwise direction. When you're passing by here, as you're passing by, you're touched by the feet and touch your forehead, and you're making 5 full circles. Start from by the head, where I had you before, and you're waving going around. Hari Om. This light, it is said, Yam Dware Mahagore Andena Tamasavrite Tatravalokanarthaya Deepo Yam Upatishtatam. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijay Baran Pretasya Mritastane Shavanamitam Deepam Maya Diyate Tava Upatishtatam. So it is said that if the soul might be heading through the world of Yamraj, the journey towards the southern gate is through a dark and terrible and difficult pathway. This really is described as the journey for the sinful soul, but we don't know exactly which journey any soul is taking. That is between the person and their karmas and the Lord of the universe. But we must do whatever we can to help the soul on the journey. This is the purpose of all the rituals that you will be performing from today, making 5 rounds, right? This is the purpose of all the rituals that you will be performing from today straight on to the 1 year, where we say Asad Gati Vina. With most of the offerings, we say Asad Gati Vinashartam Sadgati Praptyartam Cha. In case that soul may be facing any difficulty anywhere along the line on the journey, may that soul find release from these difficulties and be in a good state without any kind of suffering and pain and so on. Because we all depart, we must acknowledge that we all have both good and bad karmas which we commit during our day-to-day lives and so on. Even the minute activities like maybe spraying a mosquito, etc. We can consider, these are considered as sins by the scriptures. So even the minimum minute activities we give consideration. So in case that dark pathway is there for the soul to travel, we offer the light for the removal of that darkness, evil and negativity, that the soul would find the journey easier and comfortable. Hari Om Anadina Dhano Deva Shanka Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Om Atasi Pushpasanakasham Pitavasa Samarchutam Ye Namasyanti Govindam Natesham Vidyate Bhayam. Take one of the spinda in your hand. The first pinda is offered as a finality of this life. It is considered as speaking to the divinities that the person would have been offering prayers and devotion and so on, who they would have worshipped during the course of life. And it is considered like a final offering together with the message to these divinities that this life has been concluded. No offerings, no puja, no hawan, no anything like that is expected from this person again, as this life has now, this person has now entered the new journey into the afterlife. This soul is on that pathway. So this is the meaning of this first pinda. So take his name again. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijai Baran Pretasya Mritastani Shavanimitam Ekate Pindo Maya Diyate Tava Upatishtatam. So you come back by the right hand here and you put it inside here. Let the hand hold it, but try not to let it break, right? Take this in the palm of your hand and offer a little bit on the pinda between the thumb and the index, like when you offer in Tarpan, right? Ekatil toyanjaliste maya diyate tava upatishtatam. All right. Hold these now. You could stand up back on that side by the head there. So it also happens to be just around the starting of Panchak today. Panchak is the period where the 5 inauspicious asterisms preside, which is considered as inauspicious for, or it brings a little negativities if when funeral and so on happen to fall. So we do a little bit of ritual to the rulers of these nakshatras or asterisms to mitigate that influence. Om Hari Om. Take one in your hand. Om Rest this right here. I walk in plenty. Om Vasoho Pavitramasi Shatadharam Vasoho Patramasi Sahasradharam Devasyata Savita Punatu Vaso Pavitrena Shatadharena Supta Kamadhukshaha Om Vasubhya Namaha Pretavahaya Namaha. Touch it to your forehead and place it above the head here. Take another one. Om Varunasyotam Bhanamasi Varunasya Skambasar Janisto Varunasya Ritasadanamasi Varunasya Ritasadanama Varunasya Ritasadanamasida Varunasya Ritasadanamasida. Om Varunaya Namaha. Om Prita Sakaya Namaha. Touch it to your forehead and put the second one between the arm and the body here. You go stand up back here and hold the next one. Om, hold another one. Om Uttanno Hira Buddhnya Shruno Twaja Ekapat Prithvi Samudra Vishwe Deva Rita Vridho Havanastuta Mantraha Vishwe Shasta Avantu. Om Ajay Kapadaya Namaha. Om Pretaya Namaha. Touch it to your forehead between the left arm and the body. Oh, take another one. Om. This is the fourth one. Om Shivo Namasi Swadhitisto Pita Namaste Astu Mamahi Gumsihi. Om Nivartayam Ya Yushe Nadhyaya Prajananaya Rayasposhaya Suprajastvaya Suvidyaya. Om Ahir Buddhnyaya Namaha. Om Preta Bhumipaya Namaha. Put this one on top the navel area here. Take the last one. Om Pushantava Vraten Vayan Rishyema Kadachana Stotarasta Ehasmasi Om Pushne Namaha Om Preta Hartre Namaha. Between the feet, between the legs anyway. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijai Baran Pretasya Dhaneshta Panchaka Janya. Sprinkle water on the 5 of them. Om Kashyap Gotrasya Vijay Baran Pretasya Dhaneshta Panchaka Janya Durmadanadi Vamsha Rishta Nivarnartam Panchak Vidhanam Karishye. Om Bho Pretava Hadaya Panchaka Dhaneshta Tara Iha Agachantu. Alright. So now you could either the close family could do arati, or if you want to leave the arati for everybody after and do the eulogy.
The arati, which one is more?
If you want to do, well, the main people don't do arati, so anyhow you want to do it now. What I say is now you could either do the closer family who want to do arati, you could allow that, or you could do the eulogy and leave all the arati for after.
Lovely. I think I did it.
Eulogy and all who want to do arati after we close?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely.
All right, so at this time we will allow for all those who may want to express some sentiments. They could take that opportunity to do so now, and I think Bobby will be in charge of that. Yeah. Or you could, if you want to take a seat and take a seat. Yeah.
Sit down. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How I can start this. I could never believe that I will be speaking on behalf of the Baran family here for my brother funeral. My little brother, which I grew up with. It's something that, apart from touching me, it's touching the world. There's so much could be said about this gentleman. I think if we had a talk with Billy, we will have it better tomorrow to the funeral. Right? So, we want to get as good and short and sweet as the Sokaban Baran, my brother here. Today, apart from being Billy's funeral, today he's supposed to be tying Dr. Dundon on my hand. Today is a real auspicious day for him too. And I had a tie one in his hand. It's a sad case. Check one. A real sad case today to know, you know.
Right. I supposed to be, you know, you call, you know, this scene. It's a real touching thing to this family. And with no regrets, it even touched me more than my dad. Because my dad was a little sick when he died at 75. But meeting my brother here, to talk at 58. I wouldn't go into long now. Vikash, Satish will be the first eulogy, right? Come. So we have Dr. Vikash Baran, which is his son, and Satish Baran, the other bigger son. So his wife Sita, and one further, right? Yes, fellas. Keep strong, the man. I'm gonna wake up this morning 4 o'clock. Go in my suitcase, like we're going on a flight. And I tell all you, first class, right? hold strong.
Sitaram, everyone. My father, Vijai Billy Baran. He was a remarkable man. He was a devoted husband to my mom and a caring, supportive father to Satish and myself. He was also a son, a brother, an uncle, and a friend to many, as evidenced by everyone's presence here today. Dad was sociable and outgoing, definition of a people's person. He could relate to people from all walks of life and valued one's character over pedigree. He looked for the good in each person, and he usually found it. He was an empathetic man, and the warmth and kindness he embodied allowed him to help all those he crossed his path. He had enormous capacity to give of himself. Listen, he became a mentor and a father. He served as a supervisor within the Grande Regional Corporation. He'd always say public health. I'd be with about 10 by the road, and somebody would stop me. They would say, I didn't mean to stop you or interrupt you, but I'll say, yeah. They'll say, your father's a real good man. That man helped me do real things. He keep me off the streets. I just wait to tell him something. I say, yeah. Just tell him send water for me now, please. So, you know, and just hearing all of those things. Past few days in the week, everyone had many stories to tell. And, you know, I just felt so much pride just knowing that he was my father. He was truly a humble, hard-working man who committed himself to this community. He taught us that public service was noble and necessary. So much so he sent me to medical school to be a doctor. He holds true to important values like faith and family. He strongly believed that it was fundamental to give back to the community in which one lived. He recognized that serving others simultaneously enriched gives us soul. And that was also fun of him. Lived a full life. He valued and held his family in the highest regard, and would always be planning the next family get together. He loved lining and entertaining so much that he would not laugh and keep us happy. He was the happiest when we were happy. One of the biggest joys was him traveling the world and exposing new cultures and people, and would adopt those things that he learned away. But he enjoyed not just learning those things, he enjoyed doing it as a family. At home, my dad was kind, considerate, and gentle towards us. He's very open-minded, actively listened to encourage our ideas. This developed the confidence Satish and I developed to face any challenge. Him and my mom shared a beautiful partnership for the past 32 years. They battled through periods of hardship, and together and always they came out victorious. Their interactions were heartwarming to witness. My mother always encouraged his dreams and aspirations, and she was his first priority. He always provided the best for her and demonstrated his love towards her. Everyone would know Tuesdays was my mom's designated day, and they would always spend Tuesday together. Everything they did together. Looking back, I had the perfect idol to look up to and emulate. A blueprint for being a dedicated father, a husband, a hard worker, and an overall good person. He was the best father anyone could ask for. He was selfless and unconditional in the way he loved us. My dad was the backbone of our family and provided a stable upbringing for Satish and I, making countless sacrifices, countless, just to ensure that we would benefit. He ensured that I chased my own dreams. He only told me that he wanted to be a doctor after I graduated. Never want to put burden or pressure on you. He supported every endeavor I embarked on. And he was always a dependable backup when things went wrong. Although his passing has caused us so much pain, it is a testament to how much he gave himself and how involved he was in our lives. Some time ago, I asked him to choose one moment in his life that defined him. And he looked at Satish and I. Mommy was there. He said, I think the best moment is every morning I wake up knowing I have two of the best sons a father could ask for. And this is something I can find comfort in now because there's nothing more. I know Satish and I pleased him, and he was extremely happy with us. He was a bright light in our lives. He leaves behind a powerful legacy of love, kindness, productivity, service, and two sons. We will continue to lean on his strength and wisdom as we move forward in life, and we'll continue to utilize the lessons he has taught us. In our grief, let us still smile, knowing that while my father is not here with our family, he is here with he's now with his other family. His brother, his father, his uncle, my cousin, and many, many more. And all of those, he's now looking down on us. And he will always be a guiding hand, a compass. And his love and care will always be with everyone. Growing up, I always, I would look at my dad and I would say, Dad, I want to be like you. And he would say, no. I want you to be better. I want you to be you. And that was the person my dad was. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, boss. Bosses, Vijay, Baran 1 and 2. Only doing good. Right? Pass all of the exams, gain work. Do you think only didn't give this boy his grandchildren, boy? Huh? Only real laps out in this thing, boy? Huh? What are going to this little boy? Thanks. Sit around. Okay. We have some speeches. We're going with the flow, as we say. We had to make time, make love, appreciate the man himself. Vashti does. Vashti will represent the nephews and nieces of Billy, because we have so much of speakers, so we just break it down because it's a long today. So Vashti is my sister, which is Billy, eldest sister, one of his daughters. Vashti, we have Vashti, Asha, and Donnie representing the Rappensad family, which was my brother, no Toli, who died. Well, I think Billy and Toli must be watching us now this morning. So Vash, as I telling earlier, Billy is on first class flight this morning. All relax all yourself, enjoy it. We down on the back, Billy riding seat number 1. Right? That's the kind of stigma I want to hear this morning, right? No crying. Love you.
Sitaram, everyone. Good morning. Good morning to all in attendance. All protocols observed. We stand before you presenting the nieces and nephews of Mr. Vijai Billy Baran, known to us as Uncle Billy. We all gather here to reflect on a man that surpassed his role as an uncle and acted as a father figure to all of us. He was someone we could seek advice from, no matter the severity of the situation. His advice echoed throughout our own progression as individuals, and as cousins grew older, we patterned ourselves after this truly special role model. The values he displayed that we strive to emulate was that of selflessness, kindness, and strengthening family bonds. One of the most strengthened family bonds and one of our most cherished memories were those spent at his signature spur of the moment family gatherings. We could never forget the countless places his limes took us. Some of those places, Beach House in Manzan, Matla, Toko, even our trips to Tobago. Uncle Billy had a way of making every occasion special. His dancing and laughter were both infectious and charming. His jokes would make our day. No matter the mood, and his magnetic personality never failed to bring a smile to our faces. Furthermore, he never failed to provide every occasion with endless food and drinks, always willing to provide fish for broth, chicken, duck, the list goes on. He always ensured that everyone was having a wonderful time. He would be the one to bring multiple bags of doubles to the morning of a puja without being asked. This became a habit of his, and he did this every time without fail. You could say it was a natural ability of his to entertain those around him, and he demonstrated how to make the most out of this unpredictable life. I could speak of endless stories of his love for his family, togetherness, and the wonderful memories the cousins shared with Uncle Billy, but that may take days. While we mourn the loss of our dear uncle, we remember vividly and celebrate his legacy of family, kindness, and love that he has left. We will forever love you, cherish you, and all the precious memories you have left with us. Loved, adored, and never ignored, Uncle Billy. I love you.
Check one. Okay, this is just part of the nephews and nieces of Vijai Baran. And, you know, we just go in with the flow and try to make it here this morning. We have Avian and Tara Sudama representing the Baran, the Bistrams. And B for Bistram, B for Sudama. The whole of Rio Claro, Sudama, and the Bistrams, I should say, by nutshell. If you go Rio Claro, the whole of Riverside Road, and you ask for any argument, you're in trouble. This is Mr. Vijay area. Okay, with the next one. Come here. Come in. As I say, let me tell you something, right? Billy riding first class, so no crying, right? Lovely.
Sitaram.
Okay, as we see it, only Rio Claro representing Sita, which is Billy's wife, family.
Sitaram, and good morning. It is said that we don't meet people by accident. Instead, they are meant to cross our paths for a reason. Vijay became a cherished member of the Sudama family through his marriage to our dearest Sita. And over the years, he was able to form and maintain relationships with the many households. The memories shared before is a true testament to Vijay's character and his everlasting impact on everyone's life. Vijay was a constant in our family. He was there in good times and the bad, and he became more than an in-law. He was a confidant, an advisor, and a friend. His quiet confidence, humility, compassion, and his ability to adapt made everyone around him comfortable as he forged his personal relationships within the family. Of course, he couldn't miss a good joke, something he has definitely passed on to Sitesh and Vikash. I remember it was at one of our recent lives, maybe last year or earlier this year, one of our uncles brought his bird, so the bird wasn't whistling. So Vijay just stopped and he was like, wait nah, does bird have a sore throat? He was up for anything, whether it was getting Sudama painted on his forehead, as Sita's uncles decided just then that he was ready to be one, to camping out, playing musical chairs or cards, he would make sure to be a part of it. And moments like these would forever be in our memories. Nothing was ever too much for him to do. The time to get to Rio Claro was never too long. The road was never too bad. It wasn't too late to come, nor was it too late to go home, except when we visited him here. He made every effort to be a part of our lives and to share in our joys and sorrows. He wanted better for people. It wasn't just verbally. He would share his knowledge and be there to follow through as well. What we have done for ourselves alone dies with us, but what we have done for others and the world remains immortal. Vijay has left a part of himself with all of us, and these memories will keep him eternally in our hearts. There's a song that says, our beautiful memories make relationships stronger, and these relationships stay alive even after one passes away. And anyone that knows the Sudama family knows that we like to sing, so we would just sing the chorus of that song.
Sitaram. सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा, सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा, बने चाहे दुश्मन ज़माना हमारा, बने चाहे दुश्मन ज़माना हमारा, सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा, सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा, बने चाहे दुश्मन ज़माना हमारा, सलामत रहे दोस्ताना हमारा.
We know that Vijay is safe in the arms of Sri Krishna. Sitaram.
Thank you. Normally, when we go to Rio Claro, we spend the whole night, you know, and all are giving Billy a shortcut here, right? Thank you so much, you know, the Sudamas. Okay, Miss Betty,
I don't want to call it, CEO of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, good friend of the family, good friend of Mr. Vijai. Betty, let me tell you something before you come up here, right? Billy riding first class, right? Me and you talked last night, Billy riding first class. Remember you down in the back, seat number 20-something, right? Billy up in front. So relax yourself, right? So this is some of the members, senior members of the Regional Corporation Sangre Grande. Right?
Thank you. Sitaram, good morning everyone. So, there's so much to say about Mr. Baran, but the speakers before us did a pretty good job. Vikash, you did a wonderful job. You expressed your father's livelihood as it was. We are his family at the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. I would not go into when he started at the corporation because that means I would have to have done research, which I didn't. But I could tell you when I met him. I entered the corporation in November of 1990, and Mr. Baran was at the boot. Most of you all may not know that he started his journey in the public service as an environmental patrolman. But never did he wear that khaki outfit. He was always in plain clothes. From there, he went on to the public health department. Now, most people would say why it is that CEOs come and go on with the whole Billy, as I will call him, close to heart. Mr. Baran, when he entered the public health department, he would have worked with some of the best PHI trees that we ever had. And then, when they all retired, there was a void. Billy took charge of that public health department. He ran that public health department by himself for many, many years, and he did it with pride and joy. So when CEOs come into the corporation now, they had experience, they had him, they had that support. You couldn't talk public health without talking about Billy. I would have worked there for about 19 years before I left and came back about 5 years ago in this position. But we always keep in contact. I went on vacation January this year, came back on July 1st, but we always had conversation during my vacation period. And I was shocked when I heard someone ask, who is Mr. Baran? So now I will tell you who Mr. Baran is, or was. I'm sorry I wasn't there then to tell them who he is, so I could say who he was. Billy was stalwart of the corporation, was one of the stalwart. He was a pillar that held the corporation together by enlarged the public health department. You could not have talked about water, is Mr. Baran. You think cesspool is Mr. Baran. Sanitation is Mr. Baran. He was passionate about what he did. So much so, he helped every department in the organization. And to enhance his leadership, he went and he formed this team they call the roving team. The roving team took up the slack for all the other departments that faltered. Not one day we could call Mr. Baran and nothing would be done. Disaster, he will call CEO. You need them fellas and them? Yes, sometimes he call Mr. Jagisa. You need help, our boy, and that's how it used to go. I don't want to see him like this. Really and truly don't. It is difficult for us, right? I mean, when we got the news and I put it up on the chat, we just couldn't function. We still cannot function. Don't know how we're going to do it without Mr. Baran, because he was the one that held us together and held us closely. Meetings, he sent across the road, bring across things to eat. Time to plan anything, Mr. Baran, myself, Stacy, and so it went. That vigil we did for him was one of the hardest things that I had to do, because the last one we did, he was head and head with me. We did all the planning together, Stacy put actions together, and we did what we had to do. It is indeed a sad day for us, And we know how we are feeling, so we could imagine how you all are feeling as family members. He left a legacy behind in his personal life and his work life. And if there's anything we could do, me personally, to help you all carry on that legacy, I will do it, right? I didn't think I could have stood here today and say this, but I was warned by the other Baran, right? I mean, I'm shaking inside, I'm tumbling inside, but it is what it is. We have to move on. It's going to be difficult, and you know, on behalf of the Grande Regional Corporation, his family at that office, we want to extend heartfelt condolences to the family and friends, and we have to carry on the mantle. I would have asked Mr. Jagisa to prepare something, so I will pass on to him.
Hi, good morning all. In the early 2000s, Mr. Baran's son and I, Satish, attended Hillview College together. And you wouldn't believe back then how much we would fight with each other. But shortly after knowing each other, we realized that both our fathers were friends, and things changed between us. I can often recall evenings when Satish and I would be playing together, while our fathers were downstairs taking a little knock, as we'd like to call it. Then, when I joined the corporation as an intern, I was assigned to the public health department, where Mr. Baran was my supervisor. Mr. Baran was always a calm, quiet, and soft-spoken man who commanded great respect from those around him. I can recall an afternoon when I fell asleep in Mr. Baran's chair in his office during working hours, and he came into the office while I was completely asleep. I jumped up frightened at being caught, but before I could begin to apologize, to my surprise, he calmly said, "Sorry dear for waking you up, Abby." He had a talent for remaining calm no matter the circumstances and how rough or tough the times got. I could fondly remember on Friday evenings, he would randomly give us money and tell us to go buy some cake and ice cream and come back. I think that's one of the things everyone can attest to. Mr. Baran was always a man, when he saw you, he would say, "Hey, what you drinking? What you eating?" And always ready to dip in his pocket to sponsor. He was a man kind-hearted and generous to all those around him, even those he just met. And over the next 12 years, I continued to work my way up in the corporation and had the pleasure of working closely with Mr. Baran all this time. And I can say that there was never a day I called on him for the support of himself and his department, and I was denied. He always tried to assist whenever and however best he could. The Grande Regional Corporation lost one of the best. He was a pillar, not just a pillar of the public health department, but of the corporation, and by extension, the region of Grande. He served the corporation and the region well. His generousness and kind-heartedness brought a closeness with his fellow co-workers. The administrative team was more than just co-workers, but also a family in many ways. It was seen in the way he talked, his maxim, "You touch one, you touch all." He stood with all of us as a backbone, a stalwart, an exemplary public servant, a true worker for the people of the region of Grande. The Grande Regional Corporation and the region of Grande has lost one of the best. Mr. B, you surely left us with some very good memories, and I'm sure our workplace will never be the same without you. So as we say our final goodbyes, he left us with the love, wisdom, and memories we'll always hold dearly in our hearts. May we honor his legacy by living our lives with the same grace, kindness, and thirst for service for people that Mr. Baran embodied. Rest in peace. He will be forever missed, but never forgotten. Thanks.
Okay, so just to introduce you all to his family at the corporation, this is our AO2, Ms. Buchun. He would refer to her as Ms. Buji, after Councillor Rondon used to call her that. Mr. Jagisa, our DMU coordinator. Mr. Pierre, our building officer, we used to refer to as Faris. We have Mr. Kestanali, our engineer. We have our former chairman with us here, Mr. Anil Chutram. We have Ms. Mohammed to the back, who was a former AO2 with us, and we have Ms. Stacey Ramru, who is the LED officer. And the three of us used to always plan things, and the rest used to be in the background. So thank you all very much. We did lose a good one.
Yes, Betty. See what work? Perfect. First class, right? Thanks so much. The support of the regional corporation. Well, this corporation will talk. The talk will be right through. Believe me, Grande has missed. You know, they say Terry Rwanda was bad. But I think Billy beaten by maybe a good way. We know that. So, thank you so much. That is all I can say for now. Right, Betty? Hold on. Right. Thank you. Okay, representing the chairman, I don't know the chairman, I think he sent somebody, I think Nasser Hussein, representing the chairman and the councillors of the Grande Regional Corporation. I'll come and support all the boy Nasser. Nasser, I spoke to you. Telling all you now, the input this morning is Mr. Vijai Baran is riding first class, so only down in the back still, right? So we want no emotions because we're starting it, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. MC, Bobby Baran. Assalamu alaikum, Sitaram, Namaste. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Now, it certainly is not a good morning for all of us. But first of all, I have to apologize for, on behalf of the chairman, who is unable to be here this morning because he had prior engagement in initiation of his son who had passed through Asja College, San Fernando. All right? So, before I get into details of my friend, Billy, and I'd also call him a co-worker, I would like to say that, I must say that I've known him for 20 plus years. And his 34 years plus service was really, really, really dedicated, devoted, and so on. You can look around, and when you look at this picture, you can see that love, that harmony in his face. And this is where he portrayed, he practiced. When you look at the turnout here today, this attests to his life. And I would say short. All right, 58 years of age. He did his part, brought his family up together and so on. I can remember on many, many occasions, you know, he's the sort of emotionless person. Now, if you all like cricket, remember Sunil Narayan? No emotions shown whether it's wicket or not. All right? So on behalf of the CEO of the corporation, the chairman, the admin staff, technical staff, municipal police, most important public health, and all the other departments and workers of the corporation, on behalf of my family also, that I wish to extend condolences to the family, his sons, his nieces, his nephews, his friends, neighbors, and everyone. All right? I also have been asked to, this is the councillor for Grande South, Mr. Calvin Cicharan. I have here with Keon Sarup Singh, Tamana. But I've been asked that to let you all know that the corporation intends, Mr. Calvin Cicharan intends to move a motion to have this street renamed in his beloved name. All right? So I thank you very much. And I must say before we leave here, that let's take examples from him. Let's live in love and harmony. Let's be ourselves, but with that something in your heart. I know for a fact his children and wife and so on, something has disappeared, something has been removed from their heart, which cannot be explained, because all of us has passed through such situations, if not as yet. Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Nasa. Nasa, like you're going back up for election, but anyhow, I don't think Billy in your voting area, and I not in your voting area, but I'm going to register and go up street.
Thank you so much, the representative, the chairman, Nasser Hussein, and the councillors of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation. We have so much of friends of Billy here that, you know, when we started to call people, I called so much of them, and everybody that's saying, Bobby, I'm going to break down. Bobby, I can't make it. You know, we can't make it. We're here, we right now, everybody in the crowd here. I don't want to call names, there's so much. They say, Bob, cannot do it, cannot do it. Even the CEO, me and Betty talked last night, and said, Betty, you come up here, very strong. My motto for this morning is Mr. Vijai Baran is on first class, and all of us is riding in the back. He's the only man get the first class ticket, so we'll understand that you're riding high, right? Representing Billy friends, right? The camp boys of Nestor, Mr. Siwa Pasad, it's so much, I don't want to call names. I don't want to call names, you know. So it's all the friends, and it's so much to mention, as I say. If we keep on talking about my brother, on friends, well, we will go. So a few words here, Mr. Chitram Suklal, a good friend representing, he's the only man trying to volunteer. I beg him to represent his friends. Chits, let me tell you something. Billy on first class, right? The motto for this morning. Right? Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bob. I am sitting at the back there, and I didn't realize how many people are here today. How many people might be streaming online, and how many people I think would be at Caroni when we leave here. There are multifaceted aspects to Billy, and we have heard from his sons about his family life. We've heard from his CEO about his public service life. We have heard from his nieces and nephew, again, about family life. We have heard from the politician about Billy's service. There is an aspect of Billy that they have asked me to talk about, and that's what we call the R&D sessions, what we always take time to do, rest and distress. And I'll tell you, we will usually gather in Sweetie's camp in Nestor Village where Billy grew up, or whatever venue we choose, but 90% is what we call the camp. These gatherings will have maybe 10 minimum and maybe 50, 60 and above, because Billy had plenty of friends. We use the occasion to celebrate birthdays, all first games, cricket or football finals, talk some politics, and so on and so on. These will always start off with, Billy and I will talk almost every single day for the past 20 years. I have known him for about, since before I got married, which is over 40 years now. It would start up, hey bro, we never used to call each other brother, friend, you know, we was always, hey bro, what will you do, boy? Say, well, we organize this 2-3 phone call later. Sweets would say, yes, we ready. Among friends, Billy is the roti man. All we know is, Billy organizing, he say, I talk to Sita already. Every time, a boxer bus up, a boxer Dalbury, Bill, or you see, I had Sita working on the Sims last night. This is home routine, you know. Of course, we know Billy and his humor. Holmes is just next door. At these gatherings, we would do play all fours if it is. He was a really good all fours player. Sweetie Siwapazad will tell you that's his playing partner. All kinds of people come in this camp. Politicians, magistrate, police officers, whoever we are. We had a whole array of friends, and I know a lot of them are here or listening on and around. And like the family is saying, and all who knows Billy, he had this personality, this persona, that he could make you happy. He was always the host. Billy can't cook, by the way. I don't know. But he could put things together. He said, fellas, look the ingredients, so let's put it together. When it's done, he would say, okay, I will take over from here and I will host my friends and so on. Make sure you eat. Make sure you take away some. We know his dancing skills very good. We know all his songs that he liked. We know he two-step move. He was great at that. He was great at humor. When we celebrate birthdays, he would give these nice speeches. We always, somehow Billy will organize a cake. He will organize something. But he's always a chief organizer among us. We will truly miss Billy. Life for us is short. When we heard what happened, I was shocked. I called Sweetie, we called one another. We said, we don't know what's happening here. 2 days pass, we can't get over. So we have come to the conclusion that God knows better than all of us. Time here with us has come to an end. That energy that he has, and the friendship is coming to an end. It has ended. Today, when all the elements go back together, what we will keep with us is that memory that will never go. I will always say, if ever we regroup, or when we regroup as camp boys or team players for whatever reason, we know Billy's name will always be mentioned. We know Billy will always be in our hearts. So today, on behalf of the camp boys, I could talk about Billy the contractor, I could talk about Billy the businessman. I leave that for the people to do. He had a really all-around life. But on behalf of your friends, Billy, we say goodbye to you in person, in flesh, but you will always stay with us in our hearts, and wherever we meet and chat, your name will always be called. Thank you for being part of our life. I must thank his family too. And our condolences to you, Satish, Vikash, Sita, and the immediate families. And may I mention one thing? Billy was very passionate about his mother. See, Billy and his mom couldn't get away with that. You always talk so highly about your mom. I know you would be, mourning the loss of Billy, but you have our support. And wherever he goes, he will continue. That spirit of joy and happiness he has brought to all of us, though it has come to an end, we will continue to enjoy that. Thank you.
Mr. Suklal, you see how good? I tell you, the man riding shotgun. Only in the back, quite down on seat 26, 27, 28 by the toilet, down in the back, the way to Billy in first class getting free drinks, food, papers. You understand? So, the emotion, we're going so good, right? We have some, Mr. Paul Mongolas, on behalf of the as I said, the man riding first class, right?
Thank you very much, Sitaram to all. Just want to bring condolences to the family and friends. Mr. Baran, as we know, is a quintessential public servant, really a man of class, and someone who I can say is personally responsible for me being in corporation for the third successive time. Because Mr. Baran is one whenever you call, which most times it may not happen in public servants, but he's one that was extraordinary. You could call him any day, any hour. As soon as you call, yeah, counsel, what you do? I say, Mr. Baran, so is the case, and he will say, all right, tomorrow for sure I'll handle that. Very, very calm. I don't think I ever saw him with any form of anger. Always have that class about him, and bet your bottom dollar if Mr. Baran says it's happening tomorrow for 9 o'clock. When you reach 9 o'clock, it was already done. And that is the person who has stood up with us. It's going to be difficult for us because we are missing a shoulder we can lean on. and not only assistance as a representative. Mr. Baran was truly a mentor. We could have discussions that he will allow us to be guided in our lives. So I think it's a responsibility for us to take a page out of his book, live that legacy, and to have him smiling. Rest in peace, and Mr. Baran, we love you.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. Mr. Alel Jutram, your true brother. Come here, boss. Before you come up on the plane, right, I tell you Billy ride in first class, so far, so good. You hear me? Right? And I love.
Sitaram Panditji, Sitaram Sita Vikash, and Satish, to Billy Mom, his brothers, his sisters, members of the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, CEO and her heads of department, all employees from the corporation, municipal police, TTPS, neighbors, friends, family, well-wishers. This is one of the things that I never thought possible, that I would be saying one or two words on behalf of Mr. Vijai Billy Baran. As was said before all the speakers, this is a par excellent public servant. Close to 40 years of his life he dedicated to this region especially. Now, a lot of things have been said about Mr. Baran this morning, but there's a certain part of him that a lot of people doesn't know. He is a very astute businessman. He has been an owner of, chicken farms, real estate, tiki bar, to name a few. He had a natural business acumen about him. And he was always able to give you a sound word of advice. Sometimes if it's just to stay silent, that is the advice he will give you. Because being a former chairman of the corporation, but you're always making headline, you're always making news, you're always getting bashed from members of the public, sometimes for things that does not even concern the corporation, but you're getting bashed. And Mr. Baran would be the one to console me and say, stay quiet. Stay quiet. Don't say anything, let it die down. So, what I want to say about Mr. Baran, no permanent secretary, no minister, no politician, be it now or those that come, want anything with this man. He had known the Municipal Corporation Act to a T. He had known the public service regulations. He know what is right. And when 99 people tell you, no, that can't happen, rest assured, you go by one man, Billy Baran, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And he has made a lot of the councillors, the aldermen, including the staff of the corporation, look very, very good. When people request things, when he was in charge of the water truck, he never asked to see a party card or what party card you belong to. He was a free and fair man to this region. I remember a morning, Mr. deceased Ronald Surfat from Eastern Regional Health Authority, he would have called me up and said, Chairman, we need some water at the operation theater right now. Somebody's doing a live surgery. I called Mr. Baran and he diverted a truck. I think it was going Manzalina. He diverted a truck to save that patient's life. This is the power and the care and the love of this man. And it's a very hard thing for Sangre Grande in this region to lose a caring son of the soil. And I do hope that Almighty God give his friends, his families, and loved ones the consolation. And let me end by closing. Whenever there was a ministerial directive or from the minister or from the ministry, Mr. Baran would be the one to coordinate any program on behalf of the Ministry of Local Government. He would get the finances from the FO, the financial officer, plan it, tell you exactly what date, what time, how many days, how many people working, and he was able to do that blindfold. You could blindfold him and he can do that. He was really a crackshot public servant. Carnival Monday and Tuesday in charge of here, Easter weekend, to clean out the beaches, put portable toilets all over the beach, all over the coast. And when there's celebrations from the Hindu community, the Catholic, the Muslims, the Baptists, he would be first to assist. When they have to go for any function to the beach in Manzalina, he would be the one to assist. So on behalf of myself and my family, I would like to thank him for everything he did for me as a former chairman, and I will continue to try to walk in his footsteps. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Anil Chutram, former chairman of the Radio Corporation. Okay, we want to big up. We have so much people came in from all parts of the world here, and representing Billy friends together with Miles and the family friends. I want to call on Mr. Himdat G1 from Toronto, Canada. Mr. Panchi Sudama, come up. Mr. Marsh, Mr. Kelly Dudnad, I call on one or two. We have some fellas from all parts who take the time to come up here, flying last night, coming back, going back tomorrow. And it's so much. We Mr. Marsh, you're wrong. It's so much. Mr. JJ, New Jersey, where he is? JJ Marsh, come in fellas, all the flying. All didn't go first class. Do you remember? What flight all come in with? What seat? Where your seat number was, Panchi? Huh? 11, look at that. Where was the seat number? 9, G1, 34, right? Billy riding 1. You understand? Right, so G1 will be speaking on behalf of the friendship of these guys who grew up with Billy, who just came down for this funeral. Thank you.
Sitaram, I can't say good morning, it's a bad morning, but I have known Billy almost 40 years. We started working together in the corporation. We traveled together. First time we went Canada, came back, I went back, I ended up staying. But there's so much to say. I mean, and I know so much people wanted to come down. Up to today, I'm talking to people and they say they wish they could have come, but they couldn't make it. So a few of us made it down. I don't know, it's I have to go back to my notes here. So as I say, we started working like in the early 80s. It's been over 40 years. I mean, from the first time I met Billy, we had a contact. We had a connection that over the years it got stronger. We had a understanding that we could be together and we don't have to talk. We know what each other thinking. It was such a deep connection we had. I know as the saying goes, they say only the good die young. And Billy was really the best of us. He left a void in our lives. But this is like it's like a seismic shift that will forever change the course of all our lives. I am not going to say farewell or goodbye. I will end with until I see you again, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, fellas, well, you see the center seat. Akash, what seat you got on your plane? What was your seat number? 53. That's the answer that coming from London. So, Billy riding shotgun solo. Where was your seat number? 19. So, what are you talking about? The man in first class, free drinks right now, the man having it nice, right? Support, love, right? The love, thank you. Much, we'll talk. Right, so, the flight going good. That's all. Before I go into the next speech, we have a street man here who told me this morning, boy. Mr. Dexter, He want to say something. He say, if I say nothing here, he gonna stop the hearse from going down Caroni. So before them fellas fell down that hearse and make a whole set of chalala. For his first time you talking on a mic, you want to go for election, or you think you're going to replace Billy? Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Ram Sitaram. My brother Baran. Yeah, my brother boy, you're gone. But you will be missed, you will be in my heart still. But everybody hear everybody talk. But to me, Mr. Baran was a major general, brigadier general in Sangre Grande. Had soldiers. When I say, if that could be how bad, Mr. Baran come and he see that thing and he talk to you, you get calm, where you want, where you seen, you want something to eat, you want something to drink, what's your problem? Mellow your vibes, out your nice. So when you do something, you're going to change what's going to happen. And then you look strong, you can identify that per man's and I see a scene with strong and Mr. Baran talk to him and he get calm. Me, Mr. Baran, Sylva's your birthday coming up, boy, what you gonna do? I say, well, yeah, make a list and drop it for me. Don't worry yourself. Mr. Baran was my brother. When I say my brother, my soldier, I will miss you. But you'll always be in my heart. Condolence to the wife, sons, mother, one love, always and forever. This was my brother. We'll miss you, we love you, always and forever. Thank you, General.
This is the General Street Man of Sangre Grande. If you have any problems, any car break open into, report to he before he will go to the police. And he report to Billy every morning for $20. So we have it. So Billy had to report to he, but he report to Billy. So the good thing about it, he reported for duty here. Ding dong on the bell. Send down Vikash $20. Tell him I'm sleeping. That's a lie? Right, so this is what we're talking about. Silver's the man. Okay, Billy, apart from, we want to move on from the corporation now. Billy was a true businessman for you, all your contract. It's my brother, so so much I can say about it. So, Billy is the owner of Tiki Bar, Manzelena, and Simply Beautiful Beach Resort in Manzelena, which was done, you know, by himself. Something that no, what should I say, layman on the, apart from the western side, is the first of its kind in Trinidad to build a bar on the beachfront where people will come and party every day and lime and talk and, you know, let's talk about him. Call Bobby, when he can't finish take too much I call, he give him my number and said call he in charge because he phone is full up. When I can't take it, I send it back to him. My voice box almost sound the same, so nobody know who it is. Representing Tiki Bar, Jaylan. Where Jaylan? Huh? Jaylan, come here. You're the past here. Come here. Jaylan is one of the supervisors at Tiki Bar. Jaylan. I don't want to bring you up, but when I finish, I'll tell them who you is really. Right? When last you do fingerprints. Right? Yeah. A good one, right? Jaylan, hold it up. I know you're on the emotion stage and I know how it is, right? You're my Billy right in first class, right? Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. We are gathered here to honor and celebrate the life of an extraordinary individual, my boss, Vijai Baran. as we reflect on his life, and the profound impact he has made on all of us, we feel a deep sense of loss, but also an immense gratitude for his leadership, mentorship, and friendship he has provided. At such a difficult time, it is important to remember the good memories we all have of Vijai Baran by holding on to those memories. We can focus on the good times we had together and help each other find comfort in the difficult time. Some of us may remember Vijai Baran when he was a baby in Pampers running all over the yard, or even as a young man attending school. Or perhaps others recall him being part of Sanskaar, the regional corporation, where he helped the community and as much as people as he can, even if it was from his own pocket. Vijai Baran was always an encouraging person. He always encouraged person to be better, go for what they want, work smarter, not harder, and be the best version of themselves. The 2 years that I've been working at Sticky Bar and Grill for Mr. Vijai Baran, he has always been very caring. He has always ensured his staff was good. I remember a time when he was working for a party, and every 5 minutes he came, and every 5 minutes he came, and he was like, "All you good? All you anything to eat or drink?" But mind you, he was in the same environment, under the same conditions. That just goes to show how much he put people in front of his own. It's hard to say goodbye to someone who had big impacts in our life. It's always hard to lose someone you know, to let go and move on. But we keep those good memories in our hearts and mind. We can find comfort in Vijai Baran. We can find comfort, and Vijai Baran will always be with us. Just by being here, you're showing that Vijai Baran had an impact on all of us. And that's a great comfort to me, knowing that he touched others in the same way he touched me. And that's how we will always remember Vijai Baran.
Mr. Man, when you open the bar, you're going on bad. What you there today? With no drinks and nobody quarreling with you. And you letting me down. I tell you, the man riding first class, so don't let me go that road at all. Right? We have somebody who want to say a speech here, and you know, it is people so much, but we just have to break it down to a level. And it's so much in this world, and the Billy know how much human beings. You're supposed to be going in first class first, and them, yeah, they're bringing all wheelchair personnel first on the board the plane. Not so? Yeah, my brother. Yes, thanks. Turn on. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Kerwin Thomas. I am the president of the Trinidad and Tobago chapter, Disabled Peoples International. Definitely, I just want to say condolences going out to the immediate family, the well-wishers, staff, and all the members gathered here for this auspicious occasion. I mean, this is not something that all of us expected. For me personally, I know that Mr. Baran would have touched the lives of every individual here. It's not like someone just heard that there's a funeral happening today and just presented themselves here today. For me, I can speak for me personally, Mr. Baran and I, well, you know, he was working at as the public health officer in the corporation. And numerous times, you know, I would have called on Mr. Baran to assist with rodent infestation in Valencia. I live in the Valencia area. And I think that from there, our relationship developed where he would have, if I call Mr. Baran today, by tomorrow, he's sending the team out and they're doing whatever they have to do. And then he will call back and say, "You get through?" And I'll say, "Yes, Mr. Baran, thank you so much." And as time developed, I would have attended. Well, I didn't even know Mr. Baran was the owner of Tiki Bar. You know, there was a buzz about Tiki Bar and all that kind of thing. And then when I reached there, persons were saying, well, he knows the owner. I was like, all right, Mr. Baran, and Mr. Baran was there. And I can speak from my time at Tiki Bar, where every time I visited that institution or that place in Tiki Bar, I mean, it felt like home. You know, enough times when I go there, Mr. Baran will embrace me and he will say, come now, come this way. And you know the typical Mr. Baran, where you're drinking. And he will then make sure that things are really good with me, make sure my cup is always filled with ice and take care of me. I think that's the type of man that Mr. Baran was. Mr. Baran, although he would have had whatever he had in terms of material possession, I think that the epitome of who Mr. Baran was the expression of love. And he never discriminated against anyone. Even myself being a person with a disability and on a wheelchair, he and I had enough discussions about ensuring that Tiki Bar was accessible for persons with disabilities. And on that thread, he would want to, we went through the entire bar, so we have your power ramp here. We went by the washrooms and we ensured that the washrooms would have been able to cater. And he said, don't worry, I will take care of it. You know, and I am here today, and I mean, I didn't plan to say anything, but definitely it's a pleasure to be here to speak on behalf of a good man. And even when he was ailing, I was in direct contact with him, texting just to ensure that he was okay. And he would say, don't worry, I'll be back there soon and I'll come up the road and we'll have a discussion. And for my birthday, I celebrated my birthday at Tiki Bar in June, on the 25th of June. And he told me, hey, you come up, how many of you are coming? This, that. Mr. Baran ensured he wasn't there on that day, but he ensured that he'll talk to your nephew, Kabiro, one of his nephews, that he made sure that they would have taken care of me. He made sure, he said, what you're drinking? He bought a bottle, chaser, everything, make sure that was good. And also to top it off, he made sure I have a key for one of his beach houses that I could have spent the night for my birthday. And I think that was definitely something far and beyond. I didn't expect it. But I'm telling you guys here today, for that little short time that I would have known Mr. Vijai Baran, that this man demonstrated love to each and every one that came in contact with him. And I definitely, I am touched by a man of his stature, a man that affected the lives of everyone here gathered, that he demonstrated that love without any kind of holding back or discrimination, you know? So I definitely want to thank his wife, his sons, and I know definitely it's a really, really hard time for each and every one of us. But let us just continue to take a page from Mr. Baran's book. And that book demonstrates true love without discrimination, without red or yellow, without color of skin, etc. And once we can be able to embody that type of love that Mr. Baran showed to each and every one of us individually or collectively, I think that Trinidad and Tobago will be definitely a better place. You know, we are suffering a great loss, you know, in his absence. But I think that if each and every one of us really just take a little iota, a little speck of the true expression of the man, Mr. Baran, definitely we can be able to do something to change Sangre Grande and change the world that we live in. So I just want to thank you guys for the opportunity just to say a few words on behalf of a great, 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 I mean, it's like a, Mr. Baran is like a gentle giant, you know. He's a gentle giant. A man is always laughing. A man who always want to make sure that you okay. And who is asking if Mr. Baran is okay? You know, and I just want to thank the family, well, the host and the immediate members of his wife and his sons. You know, he had a very, he had discussions, you know, the son went on to medical school and they're doing so well, and I think that we want to send them off with love and peace this morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, you know, there's so much we can say. Some assistance, please, and if some assistance with the wheelchair, please, on the front, right? Yes, as we go again. So far, we're going good. We are going real good. The
kind of request we have here is more than 103 requests for, you know. There's so much of people here to say something, and you know. All right, before I go into we almost come to the speech to finish now, so I know it is, but as we say, most times we have functions and so on, I be the spokesperson for the party or the wedding, and the kids. Billy will tell me, he say, Bob, we kind of fast track that now, boy, them fellas want to go and party. So today now, my partner listening and he sit down there. And he have to understand that we are doing what we had to do for him, for the best. All right, I just got a text here from England, and I just want to read it out. The guy couldn't be emotional to send it through live stream, so you just want me to do it. Mr. Rahman family, who's on live stream right now, we have a lot of people in family in London, America, Canada, the Caribbean, and Trinidad and Tobago. Mr. Ram from England. In the past, you used to hear people saying that there are angels living among us. This was evident in life that Billy lived as he touched everyone. He was truly that angel that walked among us. Heaven's doors are open and awaiting your arrival. Safe journey, my friend, until we meet again. Ram and family from England. Thank you, Ram. You know, I know you're watching here, Ram. Bobby replacing Billy here. Billy, normally when we have a function, Billy take half of the job, I take half of the job. Since Billy died, is everybody calling Bobby Noah? I sent him to 62, 69, 70. No answer. He used to normally do me that. All right, I'm gonna do the eulogy for the Baran family. Before I started, I want to get my brothers here. I have one died already, Mr. Suresh Baran, one of my elder brother, and Billy is my last brother who died. So we have 3 brothers here. Munish Baran, the eldest, my elder brother too, Sewak Baran, come forward. My sister Dano, I don't know if you want to come forward or if you want to sit. Right, I will do the talking. Everybody to listen. So, bro, as I tell you, the last time we flew out, I tell you Billy riding first class today. All of us are in the same seat, but today, you know, right? So this is the Baran, the senior Baran clan, remains of Mr. Basdeo and Dolly Baran. On my right here is my sister, Danwati Rampasad, the eldest of the Baran family, Billy, eldest sister, who will call him every week and say, Bill, how are you going? He will say, how are you going? You can say, by chance, it's a fish and Grande, good curried, kingfish. Send upon him. Billy will send Mr. John, who is retired from Billy establishment, and say, go and buy a fish, put it in Robin can, send it for Dano. The love was just there for our family, that it's so much. And then sometimes she going to Billy, well, you know, Bobby, I don't say now. So we very, very, very close, this family. Believe me. The job I'm doing here is that God alone. I have people who's live streaming from Canada, my auntie Baby, Uncle Rudal. They are truly blessed, and I know the church has given us the love. And your Sita Vishnu, you know, Rennie. It's so much of it, Prakash, daughter from Orlando. You know, I know you all just texted me here, but it's so much to say. Everybody here
Our family, Billy Baran, born on the 29th of May, 1966. My brother, who is, I should say, 1 year, 11 months younger than me. So I know Billy from birth to death. I know Billy longer than his wife, his children, his brothers and sisters who married and left. You understand? So me and Billy, from day one, partners in crime. Not crime like what we have in the country today, but crime in brotherhood love. From 2 years, you understand? So anyway, my mom and dad taken us, and the two little ones, they taken us with them right through. We're going at prayers, we're going at wedding, we're going by neighbor a long time. The other thing they call, you know, holidays. Some of the people might understand. You go and spend holiday by this person. Where, you know, people come and spend holiday. Nowadays, children only get time to spend time on the iPad and iPhone, which I kind of hook up now and take now. But that's the real life, you know. But long time we had. It's so much to say. So my sister Dano, I don't want to go into much with you. He love you. Don't cry. We on Billy on first flight, right? So listen to me. The motto this morning is that, right? He represent you, my brother Tolly, with what I think two of them up there right now. As Mr. Ram said, the flight has arrived in heaven. So Billy is now packing from the plane, right? Going into his first class room. So I think he meet up with Tolly, my dad, Basdu, my brother Suresh, you know, Mr. Rakib, you know. It's something that, for all the information, August last year, we lose a nephew, and it was touching. So Billy and myself had to coordinate the whole funeral, and may his soul rest in peace, and all of them guys and them, and all my uncles and aunts and all everybody who died. You know, it's so much to mention. So Billy's in good first class. My big brother Munish, former retired police sergeant, whose whole life is police, still serious. I just tell him, boy, he's an ex-police. Sometimes they tell me he's a ex-police, I say. Like my brother. So when Billy tell me, Bob, what going on, Munish? I say, boy, I don't know going on, but where's the position? My brother, we love you. Billy, love you. Juliet, Siobhan, Marika, we love you. Donny Asha Vashti, we love you. Mr. Munish, Billy now checking his bag off the flight into heaven from first class, right? Mr. Suresh Baran, deceased. Suresh will harass Billy every day. And what are you doing, boy? What are you doing it? Where's the position? Where are you getting on this, that? Billy pass, organize him, vice versa myself. We know brother love. People might know that. People might know they might see the street light, they might talk about this and that, but I know what it is to be, because I is one of the main pillars, being in the Baran family, who is the only one that remain with my mom and dad from birth. So when I go into that, is that when normally in a tradition, the elder one, my sister married first, she left. My next brother, Munish, married, he left. Suresh married, he left. My brother Shaling, he married, he left. So me and Billy home. So Mr. Billy married. So I say, Bob, time for you to ride out. So Sita, me, Sharon, a couple months after, but a year, Billy said, Bob, here what's going on? I ride out. I said, no, boss. You, here him, boss. I asked Sita, things going good. And I think, moving on. I said, no. Me and you talking personally. You know? My father, my mom. My mom there, the color of Billy and my mom is the same. And my father and me color is the same. So me and he from small to be arguing.
I is mama child, I is papa child. So he tell me no, don't worry about me. And this is what I want to tell you, boss. He say, Bobby, I take like my mother. She's 80-something years. So your boy going down to 90-something. No, you need book a flight today, boss. So on that part about family, you know, is so much I can say. I talking from my heart, so I can't write down. I cannot write down nothing about Billy. I just talking from my heart, my mind, how it is, how we grew up. You understand? Playing hoop, you know what I'm saying, going across in the community center. Hear this one, this is one of the greatest. Me and Billy about 10, 11 years ago, but we live in opposite the center. So the community center always have activities. Two of us together with my brothers here, it might, believe me, all of my, we were one of the best table tennis players we had in the village around Sangre Grande. And going to the second part, Mr. Sukla and Mr. Tito, we was one of the best all-force players because of this center. So we was playing all-force before all the fellas. So when Bobby making noise on the table, I tell yourself, Bobby, we've come and talking from experience here. Check it out with my cousins and them, Ambert and Nirmal, who was to get bills because me and Billy going in the center Saturday morning without telling nobody. Normally on a Saturday you have to sweep driveway. We grew up in the country boy days. So me and Billy know it is from day one. As I say, I could talk about me and Billy. These guys I know had a different partners till I'm at Munishai, different parts, Surish, Shaling, Dano, you know. So me and Billy always there would be level. And we, them fellas missing two partners that play all fours in the center. So Billy said, well, we going chucking me. I always, you know, they, my little brother, say, right, let me go on across them and we sit down on this table, which we normally do. Cards is a thing, they can't come and play cards at their home because that is a whole problem long time. And we play in card and we drop it, well, we learn the game and by watching it. Me, you know, on a sudden, Mr. Leatherbell started swing, Mr. Man. My mom. Boy, we and he, well, we get two and we fly off. So the most we could have hit is one each. Went down the hill. My father waiting with a leather belt. This is, well, you know, we talk about this. Deuce of hearts. S space. So, you know, I get about, he says 52 cans, 26 each heavily weigh. That pack was short because he had to get 3. And I think I must get 4 for being the elder one, encouraging he encouraged me to go. So I know, you know, the encouragement is so much, you know. So this is the kind of mood Billy wanted me to be in, yeah? I want to go down now to my brother Surish, I call him Surish, and he go down good Kamla, my sister-in-law. And his children, Keisha and Rishan, who is here, Sarika, you know. Surish left us. We still talk about him, but having a cool coconut in his fridge. I think Keisha may have that tradition. Fixing the fridge too, right? And we go down to my brother here, former inspector of the municipal police, Sangre Grande. In fact, he worked from the whole of Trinidad. My brother Shaling, his wife Claire, Shirlene, Ashlyn, Sadia, Rafik, Delete, Rakib. It's a love. My brother Shaling and we grew up the same way too, but them bigger than me and Billy, but we also outsmart them. So if they come out outsmart, we just tell mama, look them looking to hit we. So them fellas, they will blaze them up before them come to hit we. That time me and Billy don't put any mischief. And them fellas might get licks for we. So we always, me and he always on shotgun threads. We love your boss. Right? So behalf of Claire, Charlene, you know, the whole crew, Ashlyn, the support, we love you guys. So we deal with my sister, my brother Munish, my brother Surish, Charlene, myself now. Myself is so much I get about Billy, my wife Sharon, my son Nivash Todd, Sasha, Risha. You know, life is like this. We are here today and we doesn't know what's going on. I might be talking here today and, you know, having this program and he doesn't know what could go on.
Billy, on behalf of my family, boy, Billy knows I love. Me and he talk every day over WhatsApp, as the case may be. We love you. It's so much that I could say about you. I could only bring back 1 or 2 memories like that. I could bring back plenty memories in the late past. Now, let me get this one. Billy had some time to go. He called me. Say, Bob, Saturday morning. Bob, what are you doing? I say, what's the position? He say, well, you had that turn to make, but you'll tell Sita probably going up and check the bar or you're going and check. I say, all right, no problem. Pick him up for about 11, so we go in Rival big line with partners and friends and having a good time. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Evening time ready to go. I said, Bill, let me make a... We said, relax yourself, man. We're busy going. 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. I said, Bill, let me move now. I'd like to move before me. Relax yourself, man. What are you doing? Them fellas, I'm going good. What happened? I said, no. 11, 12, midnight, 1. I said, die it. We go down the road. So we reach down here about 2. When you reach home, he will tell Sita, you see, me ain't going nowhere with Bobby again, you know, man. I ain't going back nowhere with this man. I go up there and say, check this place. What do you owe this man? My wife will call me and give me a blow. No. You encouraging this boy to lie. God alone hearing me. God honest truth. So I just had to take this blow from both sides of his family and take my grinding and say, boss, that is it. That's the kind of love we had. And we breaks one another back. He could come over me and tell Sharon we come up, vice versa with Sita. So, you know, we had that kind of love. Nobody else do it, you know. And it's so much I could talk. Just coming off my head here. We do everything in the book. We do everything in the book like brothers. When I mean brothers, nobody knows we. We go, we make our move, we come back with dusty pants. My wife will question him like a lawyer and still me ain't talking. Sita question, he and no. Me and no. We forget, me and no. So that's the kind of love we have. So Billy, again, on behalf of the entire Baran family, all your friends, there's so much people here to mention about being here and being in support for Billy. Is that I just can't finish talk. Right? So I want to go in one time and thank you because we come to the close of the speeches. And Sat will be saying something at the end, but I just want to do the thank you for everybody. Okay, my brother want to say something. Thank you.
Sitaram, each and everyone. What I want to say is that everything in this world are temporary possession of. Everything, every single thing, your life, your property, every single thing in this world is temporarily possession of. My brother, Billy and I caused me to break down here, but that's all right. The point is, he should tell me the green lime sometimes drop and left the ripe ones. Maybe he knows. My brother spoke about first class. First class is direct to heaven for him, as far as I'm concerned. First class flight, whether he get food or drink on the plane, is direct to heaven, based on his ability and performance and what he did. You come down here, you does not know when your number will call. It will call because it's one road that we all, regardless to religion or whatever, is one road that leads, and we must go down that road. Billy, I wish you all the best, and I know that you will be going straight to heaven. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother and sister. Want to have a seat? We can take a seat now. Take your time. My elder brother, my sister. Well, I working with you know, fellas, I the smallest now. So when I come by earlier, I operate like Billy the weather. Hey, roll off of me. Huh? So I the young brother now, boy, I know check that. I get
You understand? That come like beating in the Nyland pool. Me, Billy, and we had an uncle. I had a mention of Kishore. Kishore father-in-law went with us. He had 65 years. We went to the Nyland pool. He had pension, and so he went with Kishore and all of us, Billy, and we bathed with. While reaching to about to go to the Nyland pool, they mentioned on the boat, if you bathe at the Nyland pool, you get 5 years younger. All of us jump in except Kishore father-in-law. He said, if I go in the water, I lose my pension. So I said, how? You see, you hear the man say you get 5 years younger? I know waiting for my pension, Bobby. I ain't bathing. That man never bathed in the Nyland pool. With this, you know, the flight is going good. Billy get his room already, you know. I just getting text here, so it might be, I'm not reading from the phone. There's so much of people that's texting me to say, you know, there's so much people I could just thank. So I want to go in straight into thanking people here. It's a start of way. Senior Superintendent of the Sangre Grande Police, TTPS, all the police officers. I'm going into the police, right? The municipal police, the inspector, White, and all the officers. I know you all support, you know, we go back so much. My people, on behalf of myself, who just retired last month as Inspector, Ministry of Works and Transport, my people are here. I love you. And who are live streaming also. Mr. Neville Sanskaar, Senior Superintendent, former, the man in charge of the Chief Traffic Warden Operation, all the traffic people here who we are here, but you mightn't believe how much hundreds of people here in Sangre Grande. All the streets are filled right down, right up over the road, and the car park, all the car parks are filled, and some people come and they're going back to live stream because it's pressure. The love is there. We want to see all his friends, Mr. Ashampoya, Mr. Bonti, Mr. Swing, I don't know, the whole of Plumita, the whole of Beach, I don't know, you know, Sangre Grande, Toko, the whole of Toko, Matlat coming right down. As I mentioned, Toko and Matlat and come right down. No, I had to talk this one, my brother here, and I can't lie in the sense that we had a discussion. I wouldn't call names on this one. They call us in a personal meeting. The word "they" mean plenty in life, and said, Baran, well, I make up all your mind. One only had to go up for election for the area of Sangre Grande or Kumutu. So, oh my God. So, yeah, Billy. Let he go. I say, but you let he go, you better than, you understand? Two of me like that. I say, no, boss. I come home and tell my wife, say, boss, every day somebody come in my house looking for attendees, you know. So, you know, go on. We got to set the door. So we had the Babulal family here too. So it's so much to mention. It's so much to mention. From Canada, Anil here, boy, we love you. The whole family. Mr. Omadat Maraj, Mr. Raymond Ramnarain, Ravi B, DJ Mario, all the DJs second to none, all the DJs who will be at Tiki Bar, you know, there's so much, everybody here, you know, but it's so much just thanking, and just thanking. The whole family, all the friends, all the patrons at Tiki Bar, all people, you know, who just come. Last night, we had a joke, we make a week at Tiki Bar. Last night, Tiki Bar was full with people just to come in with love and, you know, appreciation. It's so much to do. What I could say, I can't say much again about thanking because it's for the past couple nights week, right? Billy died at 2:50 a.m. Wednesday, right? Huh? Yeah. Well, I remember being in Usadum. Well, yeah, Wednesday night. Well, yes, it's true. Thursday morning, Billy died, 2:50 a.m. I don't want to go into the cause of death because I will get real angry. It'll be the next part of Bobby. The cause of death is that
I don't know, maybe Billy wanted his flight and he was booked it and he didn't want to tell me. So, Bill, I don't forgive you for this one, but this is one thing, you know, me and you really followed on about going into that surgery. So, you know that. So, deep down inside, you tell me, you know, we're doing based on advice. So, as I said, I don't want to go into that. I just want to be me today, doing a job here that, believe me, I'm floating. And with only praise from everybody here and away, and God alone, they will let me. I'm trying my best. And we are going so far. Before I finish off on the voter thanks, Satish, come here. Satish have a small thing, which he want to say before I finish off on the voter thanks.
Afternoon, everybody. First of all, on behalf of me, my brother, and my mom, we just really want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting us in this time. We really do appreciate it. I know we may not get to meet everybody, but I just want everybody to know that we do appreciate your presence here today. And for those who not here to join us and who is on the live stream, we really appreciate the support that you all are giving us. I was supposed to speak a little bit earlier with my brother, but I'll just be very short. I just want to say, to me, my brother would have had a different experience with my dad, because my brother, he was always studying. When he left to go UE, he would have been down on our side. So it was really me, my dad, and my mom. I was the one speaking to my dad every day. When I was working, is almost 10, 20 times for the day I would speak to my dad. He was more than a father to me. Growing up, yes, he would have been a father, but over time we became friends. So much so he became friends of my friends. They would sometimes line with him without me being there, and that's something that, you know, I really appreciate, that the people that were close to me, they had that pleasure of seeing that side of him. I know a lot of, you had the corporation, have my uncles who would have had that part of him, but between me and my dad, he was always a guy who shared a lot of business acumen together with myself. So just for example, I would give you all in Manzan, we actually didn't have any plans to do any bar in Manzan per se. That was just something that was there during COVID. Me and my dad would have sat down, he looked at his space, I said, Dad, what do you think we could do here? I said, well, we just came back from a trip in Italy. He was like, you know, a nice bar on the beach would be something cool. I said, well, let's try it and let's see how it goes. Nobody was working, everybody, you know, was around. We started the project, and I came up with the ideas together with my mom and my brother. My dad literally just took those ideas on paper and put pillars to post together with, my cousins and all the workers around us. And that's something I really do appreciate. That's something that I would definitely miss, because it doesn't matter what idea, how crazy it is, my dad would literally take that and give me the guidance to get it done. He really taught me the value of things as well. I fondly remember a project we were on, and on the ground there were a couple nails, and I saw my dad bending down picking up nails. I was like, Dad, I have guys here to do that. And he was like, let me tell you something. Each of these nails is 10 cents for one. If I take up 3 today, 3 tomorrow, and 3 for the rest of the life of this project, think about how much money you're gonna save in that. And that's something I really, really value, because he taught us the value of things and how to appreciate the smallest things in life. I just want to say too that no matter what he did for us in terms of providing and all that for my brother and my mom, the best thing, and that's one thing that he really focused on, is giving me and my brother education. That is something that it have nothing I could complain about or do or say or thank him so much again. He ensured that he was very proud to say, well, my son is a doctor. And when everybody else asks, well, what's your next son to do? I would usually tell him, well, I see patient. Right? That is something I would hold till death, that he ensured that his both sons got a proper education. And I was so glad that he could see us where we are today, in terms of what we could achieve and what we're doing right now. On top of that too, he, together with my uncles, I must say that my brother, my uncles, my grandfather, and they taught us street sense, so that no matter how much we achieve in life, it always we know if somebody come in to take it from you, we know all the loops and the tricks and the trade and everything. And that is something Uncle Bobby, Uncle Charlie, Uncle Monish, Uncle Keisha, all my uncles, that is something that they instill in us and all my cousins. So that is something I really, really appreciate from my dad. So I don't know if he was here today. He probably wouldn't want everybody being here for his funeral. He probably would have wanted a wedding. So that's something that I know, that's something I really... So that, on behalf of everybody here, I just thank everybody for coming out and showing us that support. So I'll put you back on to Uncle Bob.
You see how the flight going? You see what I tell you? The man in the room now, cock up his foot, put on the big screen TV in heaven. Mr. Sukla, the man watching TV now. You understand? You see what it is? The show going so good today. This is what really Billy wanted, and that is what I really wanted. My mom here, the girl smile on her face. Come here, come and stand up here. Everybody knows Billy color. Tell me, I'm a little poo-poo. Come 1 minute. That's 1 minute. Let us see you. 1 minute. Yeah. This is the lady who brought us into the world here. 89 years of age, 23rd of December. 89 years ago. The boss, she lived with me. Oh, I should say I live with she. And this is the pillar, the last. My father died 2007 at the age 75. And we live a legacy here to have this Baran family live on. This lady, see how they smile, I tell you today, I will do a good job and I'll make sure that everybody, including the sister, will give a little smile, right? You like the fish pot, I go handle that part for you. Right? This is what we're talking about. Love. Mama, we love you. I know your mates, your little sonny boy, Billy will call you and tell you, send up some fried rice and think for him, easy. Then she will say, Bob, watch this big box of food this boy sent us. Say, all right, we go deal with it afterwards. And my mom here, we love you, right? Take your time. This is Dolly Baran, right? My mom, who live, oh God, there's so much I can say. Former Senior Superintendent David Soran, I know you're live streaming in New York. Thank you. Mr. Ricky boy, I got a call last night. Ricky volunteered to St. Florida. Ricky is living in Texas, a true brother. Couldn't make it. Rick, we love you, boy. You know that. Thank you so much. It's so much. Ashram Puya, right? Mentioned your name already. Anand, England. Thank you. Only people who came in from who was not on stage, right? I just want to thank you for flying in for Billy funeral, please, right? So we almost to the end of it, the speeches. So is there anybody in the crowd who want to say anything before we close? I don't want to get it open. I just want to probably one, if, because I know everybody. We do what we had to do for Mr. Vijay. We'll be leaving here before 12, now it's 11. I was trying to just cut speeches, between 10 and 11. I'm going on time. So Billy is in the room. He have his key with him, so we can't go in the room. He's watching us now, big screen TV. So Billy is doing so good. So, come. Yeah, that is the man they call Express. For your information, he just wanted to tell you later, he's not a Guardian or Newsday. He'll be singing something for Billy, right? So, yeah, come. Yeah. Okay, Miss Williams, I don't remember we spoke and we meet here. Today I'm in a different frame of mind, as but this is the Councillor for Valencia, Miss Anicia Williams. Yeah. Huh? Yes. All right.
A pleasant good morning to everyone. I am Anicia Williams, Councillor for Valencia East Toco. It will be remiss of me if I really didn't come here and say something. Mr. Baran was very, very nice to me. This is my first term as councillor, and Mr. Baran literally held my hand. You know, being in the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, he was always that person to give you an advice. This is very hard for me because Friday night too, when I came here to the wake, I have a brother-in-law that he's autistic that I took care of, and when I went home from that wake, you know, after checking him and praying with him and whatever, he passed away peacefully, you know. So, but I couldn't not come here today to spend, you know, to say that, Mr. Baran, you definitely will be missed. We'll never find another public servant like you in this whole region. You know, you understood people, you cared about people, you had a heart. And this is very hard, but I just want to say, may your soul rest in perfect peace. Thanks.
Yeah, so it's so much a text again here now. To say thank you, you know, for Billy, and just I could say something because a lot of people live streaming from all part of the world. Senate is just it's so much. Mr. Ricky from Kissimmee too. My good friend Richard Ramsubaga, I see you in the crowd here, boss. Thanks for coming. You know what me and Billy normally do? We bring in friends, like Satish was saying about friends. We have my friend, there's this friend, we bring in friends and we meet this friend and we put friends and we make people make friends. And they go on. So we meet, this is our job in life. And as a laugh, we have some of them friends who we make meet each other and they stop maybe talking to Billy and myself and we say like, John Brown Paul, but it's not about it, but then we love everybody. But it doesn't understand the maths in it. But what I could tell you about myself, I will forgive you, but I wouldn't forget you. That's what me and Billy coded. So we don't hate nobody, but at the same time, you know, when you hurt us, we realize that, oh God, we didn't deserve it. As the only speeches I get here, Billy, as Mr. Baran, I had to say this one, when people from Tukon, we went up there, they say, no, I know Mr. Baran is not you. When they call the number, they say, well, wait now, you is Mr. Baran? I could have never believed it was you. Because anybody in Togo, no matter, as the Mr. Arnold Trump said, no matter what party affiliated with it, he will send water, send a cut irrigation ground, drain, you name it in Sangre Grande. Anybody. I had to get this last one here. Mr. Sam, yes. I wouldn't call him name, eh? A former chairman of the corporation, not the last one, not Arnold Trump, not president. I'm talking about in the 80s. I go call his name too, you know. Mr. Taran Sukla led a meeting, and he said, I was president, Billy, Taran Sukla, we had one or two heads of section. Taran Sukla, which I know he must be live streaming, or if he hear any, you remember. He said, if I call for a drain, they say, check Mr. Baran. He said, if I call to cut the irrigation ground, check Mr. Baran. Cesspool cleaning, check Mr. Baran. Our driveway fix, check Mr. Baran. We have some illegal dumping, check Mr. Baran. He said, is this a Baran corporation? Was very, very annoyed, and the CEO and the father tell him, I think so, because it have nobody else you could call to get it done. I will leave you with this one, you know, to know that, you know, Mr. Preston Sam, you know, thanks so much. We love you, the live stream and everything, you know. You know, the Baran family is there, so. Again, I want to close up now. We had enough speech. We're supposed to close at 11. We leave in here about 12. We have the RT. We had the final parts. And everybody here, we love you. It's just so much of thanks. Eh? It's for Holy Nights Week, the kind of things coming in this place. I was telling them, fellas, all we need was music, and Billy will be happy, but we couldn't do it. And Charlene? Yeah, we was just crowd, people, food, you name drinks. As I say, I can't mention people who they donated stuff. We have, you know, it's tremendous support. Don't talk for calls. It's look up to now. The boy going on again texting. Because his phone lock off, 6970, you're going to 79907. On behalf of myself, my family, the Baran family, that is my father, Bas, David, Dolly, Dano, Munish, Tarish, Shaling, Bobby, and the offspring, and all the nephews and nieces, my grandsons, and where they be. Let me tell you something. And my grandson come last, he said, "But we believe I, I can tell them, it's like, you can't explain to them. It's a sad case. It's so much, as I say, all the business people in San Grande, I can't mention one name because they will tell me I call this one and I ain't call the other one. And I'll get blues fate afterwards. So every single business person in San Grande, we want to thank you for your support. Every human being listening all part of the world, all the family, all the friends, and all the people that really helped. And it's so much to mention, as I say, I could just keep on talking and talking, but your presence here this afternoon, is so much. Mr. Nigel Bodram, Canada. Yeah, it's so much people to mention. So I just want to thank everybody, they support everything. So it's like, it's so much of people again, so much we can tell, is this going and going. This morning I try my best, to do a job that I think is when I finish, they'll tell me, I say how it went. I normally tell Billy, if I do an MC, I say, Bob, Billy had to pay everybody hour, Because, he ain't too much a spokesperson, but he'll get to the point to get out all my brothers. It's Ajit, Baldat, the Baldat family from Orlando, Prakash, daughter, Kumar, I just gain it here, Charlie, and all the family there. I want to get into we had a scene here, but Miss Sita mom. Sita mom is here, Seats, we want to big you up here for having, Billy have a truly blessed mother-in-law. You always talk about you, don't I could talk about you because me and he talk. Son, we just want to, your presence is strong. You can just stand up here. Just stand up, everybody will know who is Sita mom now. Just for 1 minute. She's representing the Bistram, Jastrudra Bistram. This is Sita mom. So Sita mom is alive, and Billy mom is alive, which our life is. And they are going strong. I tell you, Billy remember I told you last night, Billy on first class, so keep strong. You see how they smile? This is what we want. It's a love. Right? Thank you. Kishore, come forward now, man. Use our main pillar here, Mr. Vijay and Sita, but we just want to acknowledge you. This is Sita, big brother. And all Sita sisters who is here and all the family, we just want to thank you so much, It's tremendous. We can't mention, as I say, the whole area, Claro, and all the family, the whole of Bonnie Road, Sita originally from Bonnie Road, So it's so much. We just want to thank you all for being here, being the presence. We just want to say, we love you. Okay? Thank you. I hand you over to Billy God brother, which is we pandit is Mrs. Sanjeev Barad Pandit Sanjeev Maharaj, we had to hold on until the Bhagavad finished to get the true aspect and the true love, and maybe Billy wanted that we do what we had to do in the religious fashion also as the factor. So with this, before Bob's finish off, we go to the closing. I just want to say thank you to every person in the world who listen, live streaming and everything. We just want to say, yeah. So with this, I just want to say we love you from our hearts. And my brother Vijay, we love you, bro. And we'll always, your name will always ring a bell in our family. Babs, I hand you over to you, and after that I'll take over. We talk. Bye-bye.
We will have the viewing of the body and so on as soon as we finish with the closing prayer. And then, well, of course, we will have the closer family for their mala and so on first, and then everyone who wants the opportunity, you would have that opportunity before we depart, right? All right, Hari Om Tat Sat Paritatma Shanti Ram Nam Satya Hai. So we have spent the last hour or so listening, remembering the life that Vijay has lived. But now we want to focus for a few moments on the journey that starts from here, and think and see what we can do and offer our prayers and well wishes and so on. And of course the activities in the forms of the rituals to assist the soul moving forward to get released. But I think from what we heard, of course, the pathway has already been cleared by the man himself, because we spent, as Bobby mentioned, we spent the last week I spent in the Bhagwat in Santnagar, and we would have heard on multiple occasions mentioned by Pandit Bhavnath in the Bhagwat, as written in the Bhagwat Mahapuran, that in this age of Kali Yuga, the current time in which we live, our dharma stands on one leg or one pillar. It really is meant to be four pillars: Satya, Sauch, Daya, Dan. Satya is truth, Sauch is purity of mind and body, Daya is compassion and love, Dan is the kindness and the charity and the good actions that we do, what we do for the welfare of the community and the welfare of others. And I think from everyone who has spoken, we have definitely heard, everyone could remember all the charitable activities and all the giving and helping and all what was done for the community at large by Vijay. So I think he has definitely paved his own way. And one of the most important things, as mentioned in the Garud Puran, is to give the dan in the form of the water. So now when we get a seed, it has just put a little bottle of water. But Vijay help out people by the truckloads of water everywhere. And that is one of the greatest blessings, according to the teachings of the Garud Puran. So I think his, as Bobby said, I think that first class ticket is there, right? And whatever we need to do would be minimal to help that soul on the journey in the hereafter to attain the best possible result or the goal. So with that in mind, we focus on seeking to connect that soul by taking just one or two verses from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is the words of the Paramatma himself, the Supreme Soul in the form of Lord Krishna, where he reminds us, and it is a reminder for us as well. He says in chapter 15, he's saying to Arjuna, Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha Manaha Shastan Indriyani Prakritistani Karshati Shariram Yadavapnoti Yachapyutkramati Shwaraha Grihit Vaitani Samyati Vayurgandani Vashayat. That firstly, what we are focusing on now with the rituals is the soul or the Jivatma that has departed the body, the life-giving entity, the spiritual aspect that has brought us to life. But that Jivatma, that soul, he says, is part of myself, who is, I am Param Atma. That is Shri Krishna Bhagwan is the Param Atma, or the Supreme Soul. And our goal through our prayers, our devotion, our rituals, and all the activities that we are performing in that way, connected with that journey, is for the purpose of assisting that soul to the ultimate goal, to return into oneness with Paramatma. That's the destiny we seek, that which is called moksha. This is why in the mantra we say preta moksha pradobhava. This is the goal that we pray for ultimately, or that we hope for, or that we wish for. But what happens? The soul becomes enclosed in the mind and the five senses. When it enters the body, that is the person. So that is the person that you all have been describing for the past hour, and having the memory of and remembering all the activities and all the love and emotions and interactions and all these things. This is the product of the mind and the five senses. Now shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramati shwaraha. When that soul departs the body at the time of death, the mind and the five senses, they depart with the soul. So we consider it in one sense, we consider it in that way, that death is not the total end of the connection that we have with the father of the home, with the brother, with the husband, with the son, with the community member, all these things, whatever he was to each and every one of us, we consider that connection still to exist. Of course, it exists in our memory, and we consider, in Hinduism, we consider the soul the mind and the five senses, the personality to be existing somewhere else now. And so, of course, this after the 1 year, the person becomes what we consider as the ancestor or the pitri, and we remain connected to them, indebted to them, and so we do certain things in their memory, in their name, and we understand that we receive their blessings, and we still receive their blessings and well wishes even after. And but more importantly, or very importantly, is taking the mind and the five senses, that is the record of this life, that is the weight of the actions that we have, the weight of the good and bad actions, the record of the good actions and the sins that we have taken with us. And the sins are the part that pose the little hindrance or the obstacle to getting the goal, Preta Moksha Pradobhava, to getting the goal of returning that soul into oneness with the Supreme God, or the soul, the Atma with Param Atma. And this is what presents the little obstacle. As mentioned, we believe that in this age, the charitable activities bring the most benefit. This is what we were told in the Bhagavad Mahapurana and the scriptures and so on. That is the pillar of Dharma in this age. And so, with all of that together with the rituals, we hope for that benefit for the soul of Vijay as he takes that journey now in the afterlife, where we would where we would return the body to the elements of the earth, and then the soul alone would be on its journey in the prate form or the temporary form for that 1 year. So with that in mind, I will offer a little bhajan dedicated to that form of Bhagwan in the form of the Paramatma, or we consider Krishna Bhagwan as the Paramatma, right? This is who he says, I am. Mamevamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. I am the Supreme Soul that all the souls have come from, and so we pray to him through this bhajan for that benefit, that the soul would find oneness with him. Pray to Moksha Pradubhava. Hari Om. Jaya Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ke dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna Hare Dukhiyo ke dukh dur kare. Jai 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 Krishna Hare. Jab charo taraf andhiyara आशा का दूर किनारा हो, जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न केवन हारा हो, फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे. पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा. जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे. जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे. दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. We meditate and focus on that Supreme Lord of the universe in the form of the Paramatma, the Supreme Consciousness of the universe, the one who is Dukhiyo ko Dukha Dur Kare, the remover of our sorrows, our sadness, our dejection, our depression. O Bhagwan, we bow to you. When we are faced with the loss of our loved one, in such moments we feel as though there is darkness encompassing and no one can be found who can bring us out of that difficulty, that anxiety, that depression and so on that we may be feeling. Oh Bhagwan, we feel utterly hopeless in that way. And no one that can be found, no matter what words are spoken, can it bring relief to that distress and that sorrow that we are feeling. But we turn to you as the ocean of mercy and compassion, the Supreme Lord of the universe, the one who can turn even that which is something difficult, which is something terrible, something negative into something positive. You are that one who can accomplish anything, and you are that one. It is by your will and your mercy and your blessing that that soul can achieve our desired goal, which is moksha or liberation. And so we offer that soul into oneness with you, seeking that particular goal. May the soul of Vijay find oneness with you and have your protection from now until as time goes on. May you grant that wish. May you allow that soul the best possible chance of attaining moksha or liberation. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat, Pretatma, Shanti. This time, if everyone could stand for a few moments as we offer the final prayer to Bhagwan for that very same purpose. Hari Om. We join in. Stand up by the head. Meditate upon that Lord of the universe, Lord Vishnu, Bhagwan Shri Krishna. Hari Om. Tvamari Deva Purusha Puranas Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vedasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamanantarupa Vayuryamogner Varuna Shashanka Prajapatistam Prapitamahascha Namo Namastestu Sahasra Kritva Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. Om Anadi Nidhano Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadhara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Om Hiranyagarbha Purushaha Vyakta Vyakta Swarupinaha Asya Pretasya Mokshartam Suprito Bhava Sarvada. Om Atasi Pushpasanakasham Pitavasa Samachutam Ye Namasyanti Govindam Natesham Vidyate Bhayam. Om Krishna Krishna Kripalo Tvam Magatinam Gatir Bhava Samsararnavamagananam Prasida Parameshwara. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunavanti Divyaistaved Vedai Sangha Parakramo Panishadair Gayantiyam Samaga Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yogino Yasyantam Navidu Surasuragana Devaya Tasmai Nama. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Virdhyanagamyam Vande Vishnum Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikkanatham Tvameva Mata च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम तत्सत प्रेतात्मा शांति राम नाम सत्य है. Everyone can take back your seats for now and we will arrange for the you follow the instructions regarding the viewing.
Okay, we're moving with the family first, right? The immediate family, the Baran family, the Bestrams, to do arati, right? Everybody will get a chance to see the body. We just doing the arati part, only immediate families. And we'll follow, I'll tell you how we're going with the crowd. We know it's plenty people. As I say, just thanks so much for the support. The people in the road, we know the sun is hot. So, we're starting. Mamu from Rio Claro, come on, while we're doing the arati, we want to sing this song. So, as I say, let's follow the instructions, how we go in. Take all the time. We will get things done. We're going so far, so good, right? So, as we go along the arati with the families first, and then everybody will get a view the body, take put the flowers as the case may be, take a watch. I will tell you how we're doing it, right? We have come to the end of the proceedings, the religious part, the speech part, and we just doing the final rites of you being there to view the body, put the flowers, say, Billy, I love you, and is the most we could do in this time of Mr. Vijai Billy Baran. Thank you.
Okay, Sitaram, everybody. In your leaflet, there is a bhajan Pinjare ke Panchi. Please join with us as we sing. Pinjare ke Panchi re, tera dard n jaane ko, tera dard n jaane ko. बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तू, बाहर से तू खामोश रहे तू, भीतर भीतर रो रे, हे भीतर भीतर रो, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी, तेरे दीपंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे, कह न सके तो अपनी कहानी, तेरा दीपंछी क्या जिंदगानी रे, विधि न तेरी कथा लिखी, आंसू में कलम डूबो, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, पिंजरे के पंछी रे, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, तेरा दर्द न जाने को, चुपके चुपके रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के जाले रे, चुपके चुपके रोने वाले रखना छिपा के दिल के जाले रे, ये पत्थर का देश न पगले, कोई न तेरा तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई। पिंजरे के पंछी रे तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई, तेरा दर्द न जाने कोई।
Okay. DJ? Yeah. All the families coming to do the RT, take your time. Yeah. Check one. Family, we're taking it here, right? Right? Take your time, we're going wrong here. Set. I'll come in front of the box. Please. Take your time, move around. Put in the RT. Mom, come here. Take all the time. We're in no rush. Please.
त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये, जीवन को पाले, हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले, जीवन मिले ना फिर ये, जीवन को पाले, खेल जगत का सारा उसी न है खेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना, ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना, गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना, सबके रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
आए भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला, and in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. से डरना, पाप की अगन में खुद को काहे को धकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले। जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले। हर की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगा ले। जीवन मिले ना फिर ये जीवन को पाले। खेल जगत का सारा उसी न है खेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना। गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। ये जिंदगी है प्यारी, एक झूठ सपना। गैरों के दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना। सबके रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना। चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना। चल उड़ जा रे पंछी। खत्म हुए दिन उस डाली के जिस पर तेरा बसेरा था। खत्म हुए दिन उस डाली के जिस पर तेरा बसेरा था। आज यहाँ और कल हो वहाँ ये जोगी वाला फेरा था। ये तेरी जागीर नहीं थी, ये तेरी जागीर नहीं थी, चार घड़ी का डेरा था। सदा रहा है इस दुनिया में किसका वो दाना। उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना चल उड़ जा रे पंछी तिनका चुनकर नगरी एक बसाई तूने तिनका चुनकर नगरी एक बसाई बारिश में तेरी भीगी पाके धूप में गर्मी खाई गम ना कर जो तेरी मेहनत गम ना कर जो तेरी मेहनत तेरे काम न आई अच्छा है कुछ ले जाने से देकर ही कुछ जाना चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना चल उड़ जा रे पंछी के अब ये देश हुआ बेगाना चल उड़ जा रे पंछी
इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर तब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर तब प्राण तन से निकले श्री गंगा जी का तट हो जमुना का वंशीवट हो श्री गंगा जी का तट हो जमुना का वंशीवट हो मेरा सांवरा निकट हो जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर तब प्राण तन से निकले पीतांबरी कसी हो छवि मन में ये बसी हो पीतांबरी कसी हो छवि मन में ये बसी हो होठों पे कुछ हंसी हो जब प्राण तन से निकले गोविंद नाम लेकर तब प्राण तन से निकले जब कंठ प्राण आए कोई रोग ना सताए जब कंठ प्राण आए कोई रोग ना सताए, यम दरस ना दिखाए। जब प्राण तन से निकले, गोविंद नाम लेकर, तब प्राण तन से निकले। उस वक्त जल्दी आना, नहीं शाम भूल जाना। उस वक्त जल्दी आना, नहीं शाम भूल जाना। राधे को साथ लाना, जब प्राण तन से निकले। गोविंद नाम लेकर, तब प्राण तन से निकले। एक भक्त की है अर्जी, खुद गर्ज की है गर्जी। एक भक्त की है अर्जी, खुद गर्ज की है गर्जी। आगे तुम्हारी मर्जी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। इतना तो करना स्वामी, जब प्राण तन से निकले। गोविंद नाम लेकर, तब प्राण तन से निकले। आइए अंत में हम सब मिलकर ईश्वर का गुणगान करें। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय।
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 राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय जय।
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय।
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय जय।
हरे हरे गोपाल राधे गोविंदा।
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 राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा
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 राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चारों तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवल हारा हो फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे विष को भी अमृत कर दे पूरन कर दे उसकी आशा पूरन कर दे उसकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों के दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
कोई नाल जय धन बार बांध के गटरिया कोई नाल जई है धन बांध के गटरिया धन बांध के घटरिया धन बांध के घटरिया धन बांध के घटरिया धन बांध के घटरिया रे कोई नाल जई है धन बांध के घटरिया जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे उलट गए दोनों नैन पटरिया उलट गए दोनों नैन पटरिया रे कोई नाल दे धन बांध के घटरिया मारही सूता प्राण निकाले मारही सूता प्राण निकाले प्राण लोकाई खोटरिया खोटरिया प्राण लोकाई खोटरिया खोटरिया रे कोई नाले गए धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले गए है धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले गए है धन बांध के घटरिया चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे चार प्रहर मिली काट उठावे फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया रे कोई नाल जय धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले जई है धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले जई है धन कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु कहत कबीर कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधु छूट गए सब महल उतरिया छूट जाए सब महल उतरिया कोई नाले गई है धन बांध के घटरिया कोई नाले गई है धन बांध के घटरिया अरे कोई नाले गई है धन बांध के भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती पापियों को पाप से है तारती अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। ये अमर ग्रंथ ये मुक्ति पंथ ये पंचम वेद निराला नव ज्योति जगाने वाला। हरि गान यही वरदान यही जग के मंगल की आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती। ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत शापों को मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। ये शांति गीत पावन पुनीत शापों को मिटाने वाला हरि दर्श दिखाने वाला। है सुख करनी है दुख हरनी ये मधुसूदन की आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती। ये मधुर बोल जग फंट खोल मन मार्ग दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला। ये मधुर बोल जग फंट खोल मन मार्ग दिखाने वाला बिगड़ी को बनाने वाला। श्री राम यही घनश्याम यही प्रभु की महिमा की आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती भागवत भगवान की है आरती। पापियों को पाप से है तारती।
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु लक्ष्मीरूपेण संस्थिता। नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः।
ह्रीं श्रीलक्ष्मीभ्यो नमः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीलक्ष्मीभ्यो नमः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीलक्ष्मीभ्यो नमः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीलक्ष्मीभ्यो नमः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीलक्ष्मीभ्यो नमः
One day this life will leave this body, and I will exist no more in this material world. Every living being must eventually marry the bride of death. Let not the mind lust at physical wealth and pleasures. The services that we can perform, do it now, for you may never get the opportunity to pass this way again. Glorify the name of the Lord and receive His blessings. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. One day we will all have to leave this world.
एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इकता कौन ठिकाना है. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खूब मौज कर देख तमाशा, खेलने को खेला, करनी है तो कर ले रे बंदे, करनी है तो कर ले रे बंदे, फिर नहीं आना है. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. कौरी कौरी करके जोरी, कौरी कौरी करके जोरी, भरा खजाना जंगल जाए जा बंदे रे, जंगल जाए जा बंदे रे, फिर पछताना है. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है. जग चला जाता है सारा, जग चला जाता है सारा, इकता कौन ठिकाना है. एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है, एक दिन हमें भी जाना है.
आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे, दो दुखियारी पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे. Listen to this song of farewell as we sing today. Two unhappy birds are now going separate paths. Facing the inevitable, these two birds leave each other with tears in their eyes after enjoying each other's company for long times. These two individuals journey away in different directions, but the cruel world can never understand their pains. Today, they are reflecting on their happy days of old. आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे, दो दुखियारी पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे.
आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे, दो दुखियारी पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे.
बहुत दिनों के साथी आज जुदा होंगे, गुमसुम आखरियों में आंसू आ रहे.
आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे, दो दुखियारी पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे.
अलग अलग राहों पर चल दिए दो प्राणी, निर्दय जग ने इनकी पीर नहीं जानी. आज पुराने सुख के दिन याद आ रहे, दो दुखियारी पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे.
आज सुनो हम गीत विदा का गा रहे, दो दुखियारी पंछी बिछड़े जा रहे.
कोई मत पूछो कौन है ये, क्यों रोते हैं. इस ऐसे भी अभागे होते हैं, फिर भी दिल का दर्द छिपा रहे. दो दुखिया पंछी बिछड़े जा.
जो हम तुम संग है तो फिर क्या गम, तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान.
I love you, Daddy.
तू माँ
मासूम तू शैतान
But you love me, Daddy.
तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान
I love you, Daddy.
तू मासूम तू शैतान
But you love me, Daddy.
यूं तो है तू नन्हा सा है मगर गुरु सबका और इसी शरारत से
दिल जिगर मैं हूँ सबका.
कहने को है यूं तो हजार कोई मगर तुझसा कहाँ अकेले तुम जो हम तुम संग है तो फिर क्या गम तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान
I love you, Daddy.
तू मासूम तू शैतान
But you love me, Daddy.
मान लो कल जो ये सारी दुनिया साथ मेरा नहीं देगी कौन है फिर मेरी मंजिल का हम सफर
मैं हूँ Daddy.
आज लगे कितना हसी अपना जहां अपना समा अकेले तुम जो हम तुम संग है तो फिर क्या गम तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान
I love you, Daddy.
तू मासूम तू शैतान
But you love me, Daddy.
तू मेरा दिल तू मेरी जान